When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yes, hello there. Good morning to you. Good morning and welcome to Join Up Dots. How are we all? I hope we are okay. Do you know, I can't hear anything in my ears. I'm not even sure if I'm recording at the moment or I'm just blasting it out. Oh, there we go. Suddenly burst into my life. Right, okay. I can hear myself, so I know I'm recording and I'm not wasting my time. So how are you? How's your week been? Hopefully it's been good. Hopefully you've been rocking and rolling it. We've been doing a hell of a lot of stuff behind the scenes this week on Join Up Dots. I've taken on this big body of work, and without sort of going too much into it, basically through Join Up Dots I do a lot of coaching, and through coaching people every now and again something comes up and I think to myself, that's a great idea for a business, that's brilliant. And so I started researching a business online. And I bought the domain name and I started doing the keyword research and looking at what the target customer is. And it was a really good business. And I thought to myself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this. And I spent about a weekend, probably about 4 days. I lose track of when the weekend is. Fridays and Saturdays don't mean anything to me now. So I spent 3 or 4 days doing this. And I've got this business platform ready to roll. But just before I started doing it, I hit the 5-year anniversary of Join Up Dots. And with Join Up Dots, it's all about, as we say, please come back again when you have more dots to join up, as I believe that by joining up the dots and connecting our past, it's the best way to build our futures. And I was talking to a guy who I've been connected with for quite a while called Mark Egan, and he's an ex-cameraman from the BBC who I taught to be a podcaster many years ago, and we've stayed friends. And he was saying to me, congratulations on hitting a 5-year anniversary, you know, what are you doing moving forward? And I felt like a slump. I felt there should have been a big fanfare, there should have been something, you know, rewarding at the end of 5 years, and I didn't. And so I kind of went into this depression for about 3 days of, I don't know where I'm heading. I can't just keep on doing what I'm doing all the time because I'm going to get the same results. As they say, you know, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get the same results. And so I said to him, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sort of leave it behind. So anyhow, I started doing this other business. And then through the process, I thought to myself, no, I've already got a business. I should be going back and actually making my business stronger. And although Join Up Dots is going extremely well anyway, I thought to myself, no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and I'm going to work on all the shows. I'm going to develop a strategy for it, and I'm going to aim for 1 million listeners a month. Okay. Now, there's some podcasts out there that get it, and believe me, I look at the figures and I think, I don't know how you can get that, because you're looking at something like 30,000 a day, which is a hell of a lot. But I've started working on the whole strategy because I realised that 5 years of work needed to be reviewed again. I needed to go back and join up my dots to connect my past to build the future. So that's what I've been doing. Now, while I was doing that, I was talking to another guy, and I said this, and he said, you know, oh, can you be my business mentor? And I went, well, you know, it's all very flattering, but, you know, I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. And he said, no, all I need, and he instantly started telling me what he wanted from me and sort of pressurizing me. And it was kind of like going into a bar and going straight up to somebody and saying, have this drink, have these crisps, you're coming with me. You know, no one's going to do that. And so I said to him, no, it's not for me, really. It's not for me. And this is what this episode is all about, is how to find a business mentor that actually you can build up the right relationship and it works for you and it's valuable. You certainly can't steam in on someone and say, I need your help, you know, because it's just not going to work. So this is my thing for you guys, how to find a business mentor. Right, the number one, I've broken it down into basically 3 strategies. There's 3 phases, and I would say the first phase is Figure out what you really want. Why are you looking for a business mentor? Now, you don't want to just go, I just want somebody to push me on. I want somebody to, show me the errors of my ways, because it's too vague. You've really got to drill down and work out what your goals are, what you're aiming for, and then start looking at your business strengths and weaknesses. Now, one of the great ways of doing that is doing the Strength Finders 2.0 test that you can get online. And you answer about 178 questions, and it tells you your 5 key strengths and your weaknesses as well. And to be honest, in business, more often than not, if you know your strengths, then work on developing those, and then get other people to do the work for the weaknesses. And so strategy 1 on how to find a business mentor without making it just like a sort of, a hypno in the drink, is figure out what you want, set your goals, and work out what your business strengths and weaknesses are. And then start looking at your network that you've got. That's the second point. Don't just think, right, I'm going to get Branson. Or if he's not if he's too busy, I'm going to get Ralph. That's what I'm going to do. Ralph, he sits around in his lucky pants all the time. He's not doing anything. And consider your friends. There might be people locally for you. There might be a local businessman. There might be sort of a local network, evening classes, whatever. You don't have to steam in on some big, high-powered businessman. You can just go for somebody who is in your vicinity, is in your network already, and they might actually know somebody that could help you. Okay, so be strategic on it. And of course, you need to do your homework on the people that you come up with. And one of the best ways is the internet. Have you heard of this? There's this thing called the internet, and you can go on there and you can find good things, bad things. You can find things that you shouldn't let other people know you're looking at. You can find lots of stuff. And believe me, if you listen to the episodes of Join Up Dots, when I first started doing them, I used to spend probably about 2 hours building the intros. But now I can find out anything within about 4 or 5 web pages. I know exactly where to go to find those kind of details that people go, oh, are you like Mystic Meg? How do you know this stuff? This can't be out there. So do your homework. Go on their LinkedIn platform. Look on the internet. Try to find their biography, their history, some kind of track record, so that you can work out whether those people, of course, have got the strengths and the weaknesses that you might need or may not need. Okay, so let's summarize how to find a business mentor. Phase 1. Figure out what you want first of all. Set your goals, your business strengths and your weaknesses. And then consider your own friends. Do you have a local network? Can you speak to somebody in your sort of group? Do they know somebody? And then once they get a name, do your homework. Really find out about them. Know that they're the right person. Now, the second stage is to contact them, and don't just sort of ask for stuff straight away. One of the best ways is praise them. I get a lot of emails now, and I'm so shallow, where they sort of say, David, you sexy person, or David, you're gorgeous, or David this, and I'm easily bought. I really am. But they praise, and they say some nice things, and so I'm open to sort of be in a conversation with them. Now, what you don't want to do is praise for stuff that you know it's not true. I'll give you a story. A guest who's going to be on my show probably 4 months time, probably about August time. He came to me last night. He said, David, thanks for having me on the show last week. And when we recorded it, and he was good. He was really good and pleasant to have. And he had passion. He had a backstory. But when he pitched through to me, it was, David, I've been listening to your show. I love it. I can provide great value. And I got a feeling that he hadn't even listened to an episode. But I sort of went with it anyway. And as I was speaking to him, I was thinking, this is obvious. He hasn't. Now, that kind of leaves a bad taste in a lot of podcasters' mouths, because the person hasn't really done any research. They're just saying, I love your show, but they haven't even listened to it. So be genuine and be, really honest about your appraisal of their work. And if you like it, tell them why. Tell them how you found it. Tell them what you enjoyed about it. Praise them. And then ask them about their business, okay, and how you can help. Is there any way that you can help them? Do they struggle with something? You've got a good network of people, or you're willing to put some work in. Try to provide value. With the leading to the last bit of then, try to build up a relationship. Share some information. If they respond back to you, go, oh, that's very interesting. I found this, and maybe you would like that. And it's something that I do a lot of with other people. I find tools and stuff that I think would be very good for podcasting, and so I send it through to people and I just say, I saw this, I'm using it, I'm testing it out, maybe you would like it. I don't do anything more than that, and then we build up these nice little relationships where they then say to me, oh, I was thinking about this and maybe you'd like to be part of whatever. So share information that you think can be useful for these people and could help them with their business, okay? And then last thing, even at that stage, don't push or pressurize them. Don't say, right, now you bugger, I've done all this and I want this from you. Don't pressurize, just let it go naturally. Just make them fall in love with you. Build up that relationship, okay? And if at that stage they're still not willing for it, then move on to somebody else. You've really got to think about value first, but don't just go in vague. Don't just go in, I want your help. Know exactly what you're looking for. Know exactly how they can help. Really big them up. Praise them. Do your research on them. And be genuine and honest. And don't just say, oh, I love your work, if you've got no idea about it in any shape or form. So, yeah, that's what I thought I would say to you. It popped into my head due to this conversation, and I thought to myself, yeah, this is something that I haven't spoken about on Join Up Dots. And with Join Up Dots, it's all about giving you not just the tools, I try to give you the inspiration as well, and so that that it's going to be difficult, but you can overcome things. And then, about Facebook ads and marketing, it may sound like it's the same conversation, but believe me, we bring in everything that you need to become a success. And when it hits for you and you suddenly realize you've listened to enough of Join Up Dots, then we're there for you. We're building loads of businesses at the moment with people and moving them very slowly through a strategy that works. And it's interesting, the first 3 weeks, people are kind of, yeah, okay, but what's the next bit? What's the next bit? And then once they get to the third week, it's very much, I see why you were taking it slow. You see, I like to take things slow and ease my way in to success. So, thank you so much for being here on Join Up Dots. Thank you so much for everybody who is connecting. If anyone wants more Join Up Dots, just go and subscribe on the button on iTunes or on the website you can come across, and tell your friends, because I'm aiming for 1 million people a month, and that can only happen with your help. You're part of my network. I provide this content for you. So if you think it's useful and you enjoy it, then tell your friends and we can get that groundswell going. But that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm looking back at Join Up Dots and connecting our past to build our futures, all for you. Okay, so until next time, that was David Ralph. That was Join Up Dots. Enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing. I believe this show is going out on a Friday. If it is, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy yourself. It's getting a bit warm now in the United Kingdom. I'm starting to have the fan on when I'm recording, which I don't normally like to do, but it's getting a bit hot and sweaty. Until next time, thank you so much, and I will see you again. Look after yourselves and see you later. Bye-bye.
David doesn't want you to become a faded version of the brilliant self you were once to become. So he's put together an amazing guide for you called the 8 Pieces of Advice That Every Successful Entrepreneur Practices, including the 2 that changed his life. Head over to joinupdots.com to download this amazing guide for free, and we'll see you tomorrow on Join Up Dots.